Yo, what is up YouTube? Razor here, back again with another video. And just this past couple days ago, Blue Protocol released their live stream and they covered the monetization for the game. And there's been a lot of misinformation for the game, particularly in one of these posts right here, which doesn't really go into all the details and it kind of obscures some things. So I wanted to sort of like clear everything up and just tell you guys what the monetization system is like and should you be worried about the game. I'm trying to put out a lot more Blue Protocol content because I'm super excited for the game. I'm trying to get into the JP network test, so if you guys are interested in seeing more Blue Protocol content, be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Really helps me out. Anyways, let's get back into the video. So there has been this post on Reddit I just mentioned earlier. So basically it tries to talk about the monetization, but it kind of doesn't really cover a lot of things. So I have some decent knowledge of Japanese. I can actually read this, and I watched the live streams personally myself to ensure that this is right information. So I'm gonna ignore this because most of this is kind of misinformation, and I will cover it from the Japanese images myself. So this is the monetization system. I know it's all in Japanese and you guys cannot read anything. So let me sort of explain one by one what each of these bullet points means. So we have the first point, which is obviously the base game, which will remain F2P. You can buy items with money, real world money. The main currency of the game, if you're familiar with other gacha games like Genshin Impact's Genesis Crystal / Primo Gems, or other games like Fate Grand Orders, Sake Quartz, etc. The premium currency for this game is called Rose Orbs. And you can actually get Rose Orbs free to play, albeit they will be at a limited rate. So obviously, free to plays can't buy everything in the game, and that's understandable because the devs got to make money somehow because the game does not have a subscription model. The game is free to play, free to download, etc. to try. And so with Rose Orbs, you're able to buy a couple things. So the two major things are the season pass. Also, it's basically a battle pass. The Japanese just call it a bit different. And what's called as the Regna store, which includes a gacha for cosmetics, the Rose Orb store where you can buy consumable items like potions and other random stuff, whatnot from the store, the BP point store, which wasn't really talked about that often, so I don't really want to say what this is right now, and also the season store. So I'm going to break these down one by one. So we're going to bring you guys into the next image from the Japanese live stream, which includes a whole bunch of categories. So the gacha, there is a gacha for the game, but it is only for cosmetic items. And so those cosmetic items are weapon skins, accessories. So weapon skins are right here. Accessories for your head, your ears, your eyes, these eyeglasses. They have some earrings right here. Some frontal appearance stuff, some hand equipment, accessories for your like legs or whatever, equipment on your your legs, like feet, I guess, shoes, underwear for some reason, gestures. And you also will be able to customize your hair a little bit more. So there is like a little premium feature in the salons in the game where you can actually go in and re-customize your character with a little bit more options, like customizing the tints of your hair, giving them more tints, or giving them special little variations to things. It's more of a, you do get some of them as a free to play, but if you want more of them, more customization options, you will have to pay a little bit money of it. So those that really want to pimp out their character, this part is not on the gacha for the sort of salon thing. You can actually just straight up buy the tickets, but these like accessory stuff and the weapon skins, those will be in the gacha. Same as the stamps, which are basically just emojis and maybe some small gestures, and then as well as just some random like gestures and whatnot. I mean, this is mostly accessory stuff. This is the main gacha element of the game. There also includes mounts. So sorry if it's part of the gacha. This is also just whatever. I mean, if you just want to look cool in the world, spend money, whatever. Doesn't really impact us, most people. Following that is the season pass or battle pass, whatever you want to call it. Most people will probably recognize this sort of thing as a battle pass. I will talk about this in another part of the video, but basically there's a free battle pass and there's a paid battle pass. You basically level up, get rewards. We all know the drill. And we'll talk about a little bit more as the video goes along. And then this next one is a little bit controversial. I don't think it's a big deal, but a lot of people are super exaggerating this, but they call it the Reward Plus tickets. So basically what this means is that when you do dungeons, when you basically get a set amount of rewards, but using the ticket, you get a little bit more rewards. So a little bit more XP and a little bit more money pretty much. And a lot of people are very mad about this sort of system because they're describing it really, really poorly. And so basically how this system works is that, like I just said, when you get these missions that require you to complete dungeons, and when you complete the dungeons, normally you get some XP, you get some lunas, which are referred to as like the gold for the game, and you get some other random crap. And so basically we can also use a ticket that gives you more XP and more money for the most part. But how this works though is that the devs are actually limiting the system, so you can only buy a certain amount at a certain period of time. So whales can't use this to massively outpace free-to-play players. So this is more of like a paid increase faster. On top of that, free-to-play players every day will get access to 3 tickets for free. So everyone gets access to 3 tickets, and then whales get maybe a little bit more per day. So it's just more pay to progress slightly faster, but it doesn't really impact the whole overall gameplay experience for the most part. This part was like has to do with the distributed quest. I think it's very similar to like the battle pass stuff, which I'll talk about later. There's also a consumable item shop, which has some potions or whatnot, some random crap. I don't think this is gonna be a big deal. They just have some, random lunos, I guess, which is like the gold, and some random healing items, whatnot. I don't think this really matters. And then you have the weapon crafting system, which is a little bit controversial, but from my understanding, it's just pay to progress faster again. It's not really a pay to win mechanic. It's just pay to slightly progress faster because you can still grind this out as an F2P. Unlike a game like Genshin Impact, there is no resin system, so you can infinitely grind these sort of missions every single day. Like you can, if you want to spend 20 hours a day grinding, you can absolutely do that. Though I'm not sure about your personal health at that point, but you are free to grind it. You're not limited by some sort of stamina resin system. You can do it. So the devs pretty much tried as hard as they could to like make the game accessible to people that are obviously like, working class people that have work jobs like all day versus people that, can afford to spend, 20 hours a day grinding a video game. So I think it's a good trade-off. I think if whales really want to, they could technically be higher, but I don't think it really impacts the end game most things, mainly because there's no direct PvP mode, as like it's more of like a PvE leaderboard sort of thing. But I digress. Anyways, that is the majority of the monetization system. Finally, there was one thing I did not cover in the video, and it is the season pass. So this is the season pass for the game. Basically, there's a lot to break down, and let me start up. It's all in Japanese, but I'll try to translate all of it as it goes. They call it the season pass. It's pretty much a battle pass. So basically what this first bullet point says is that every season is going to be around 50 to 60 days, which I've only really known Genshin, so I only speak from Genshin terms. Hopefully most people can follow through it. But in Genshin seasons, they're always 42 days generally. And this one is a lot longer, so if the same price, it's definitely more value. So the second point basically says is that there'll be distributed quests, and when you clear them, you'll get these things called season points that you can redeem. And with these season points, you can use them to rank up your battle pass and get rewards for them. For the battle pass, there are 2 tiers, I guess. There is the free tier, which you see on the top. You don't have to pay anything. It's free. You get some items here and there. The max level of this tier is rank 60 for the free one. And then there's the premium pass, which you have to pay for. And there's 2 plans. And there's rank 100 for that plan. This sort of photo right here on the left with the green and brown icons basically talk about the paid plans. So if you're familiar with Genshin Impact, there are 2 plans, a $10 plan and a $20 plan. This is very similar. So the $10 plan pretty much gives you everything on the bottom. That's pretty much it. And this is called the Advanced Pass. And then the gold one, whatever we want to call it, is called the Royal Pass. And pretty much all it does is give you 25 extra levels at the start. So it's just, you can pay extra to progress slightly faster on your battle pass, but it doesn't really impact anything. And with these season points as well, is that you'll also be able to use these season points that you get from these quests to be able to use in the season store, which they didn't really talk about what was in the store. So that's up for interpretation later on. Finally, the items that they talk about are going to be in this battle pass are pretty much the Lunos, which are the gold currency for the game, various outfits, gestures, weapon skins, gacha tickets for cosmetics, And then a big one, which a lot of season passes haven't really done anymore. I think the only one that I remember, pardon me, I don't really play too many like other games besides like mobile games every now and then. But the only one that I remember that did this was Fortnite. But this is a unique, somewhat of a unique feature. But what you get is a discount on the next season pass. So if you do pay for the season pass, you may only have to pay for it once, and as long as you keep playing the game, do your regular activities, you will be able to get discounts on future battle passes and be able to save a lot more money later on. So, cool sort of feature. I think it's going to be pretty cool. And this sort of last feature on here basically says that you can, if you want to, you can use the premium currency to increase your ranks. So people that really want to pay, that don't have time and have money to spend, that can just level up their battle pass. I don't think it's a really big deal. People, they can pay to slightly increase the rewards faster. It doesn't really matter. I think everyone, as long as they play the game, will reach level 100. You don't really have to worry about this. I think most people are just exaggerating this feature, but I think it's very fair. I think for people that are busy and just want to, get items to do end game content, they can do that end game content without having going to do like several hours to grind, as long as they have the money for it. Whereas people that are cheap, that want to, don't have any money to spend, they just want to play the game like relatively cheap to play, like $10 for a battle pass, and that's pretty much it. You'll pretty much get all the content from there, and I feel like seems like a fair plan. Devs got to make money at the end of the day, guys. They can't just go make money on nothing. They go broke. So you got to make money to fund future content releases. And I think this is a fair system that doesn't put the pay to win player, like the people that want to pay to progress faster, like too far ahead of the other people that just want to play the game and have fun. So finally, there is the sort of weapon slot system. I'm not really too familiar with this system, to be quite honest. But again, I think this is another pay to progress faster system. So when you upgrade weapon slots, they have what's referred to as a success and a great success. So basically what this point in Japanese says right here is that when you get a great success on a weapon craft, you basically can get more equip slots on it. So when you craft new weapons, you can either get like one slot on a success, a regular one, and that's it. So here's the regular success. Or you have the chance to unlock up to 4 slots. First 2 slots are guaranteed. Third slot's at a 25% chance, and last slot's at an 8% chance. And you basically get a higher percent increase on this. However, the items to actually like enhance these slots are not pay to win. You cannot get them through paid measures. The devs specifically said that you cannot unlock slots and get these upgrades pay to win. So I think all this does is just get people that want to pay get slightly faster on getting appropriate weapons. But as long as you grind the weapons as F2P, this is totally possible, because you still get the great successes as F2P. This is not a paid only feature. It's just that it only increases the chance of a great success. It doesn't even guarantee it. As for what this exactly means, we'll be seeing this later on. Once I play the network test, hopefully in January, we'll be able to talk more about this and my feelings on this system later on. But anyways, guys, that's going to be the video. I hope you guys enjoyed the content. Overall, I don't feel like the game is really that, pay to win. A lot of people are like claiming, oh, the game is dead, it's pay to win. But I feel it's all it is just pay to progress faster. You get gear slightly faster, you get levels slightly faster, whatever. It's a PvE mostly game. So anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comments. If you disagree with me, I would love to see your guys' opinions. Anyways, like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.